If you thought all hope was lost for Dead Island 2, I mean, it probably still is. It's not like we haven't gotten gameplay before, but we also got a leaked release date, as well as a bunch of other leaks and information. Dead Island 2 was first announced in 2014, almost 10 years ago, and it had an actual really dope trailer that almost became one of the most iconic game trailers around, just because it brought so much hype. You know that one with the jogger running around with some next level earbuds, not letting him hear the complete devastation behind him, and then Jack Black pulls up and he's like,
freaking awesome!
I don't even know why I'm explaining it, because the odds of you not knowing this trailer are pretty slim. But then the game just fizzled out of existence. It almost seemed like a myth at this point. But we actually just got a huge leak showing off some gameplay, a release date, and much more. That trailer looked so ahead of its time back then too, and it's honestly not too bad looking still. Well, besides the fact that they uploaded the trailer in 720p. Like, this trailer is so old, people didn't even upload in 1080p yet. Now we're at 4K. But the most important question is, how much updating have they done since then? If the fans want to know, is the zombie gonna have AirPods now, or is he still gonna be rocking those wired earbuds? I mean, I still use them, but I'm over here in the Florida swamps, alright? This is supposed to be some rich-ass Californian. The reason Dead Island 2 was delayed so long is it just kept having issue after issue, and it actually got pretty complicated. But to dumb it down, Techland, who developed the original Dead Island game, was busy with their new game, Dead Island plus Parkour, Dying Light. So Deep Silver, the publisher, went searching for another dev team where they found Jaeger Development, the dev team behind Spec Ops The Line. 2 years later in 2014, Dead Island 2's trailer is released and some old tech demo gameplay is shown at Gamescom, which they stated this gameplay was already a couple of years earlier in development. So yeah, keep in mind this gameplay is from a technical demo and well over a decade old. So with that in mind, besides the gun not having any recoil, it doesn't look half bad. And that gameplay was shown at Gamescom. And guess what? Gamescom 2022 is in just a few days on August 24th. Anyways, sadly, maybe a year later, the dev team and publishers had huge disagreements on the direction the game should go, causing Jaeger to actually abandon development, leaving Deep Silver behind. I'm really curious what these disagreements were, seeing as how dark Spec Ops The Line was, and it's a completely different type of game. Maybe Jaeger wanted to take that route instead of more of this arcadey look, but we'll never know. Deep Silver went on to find Sumo Digital, another dev team who worked on quite a lot of games including Payday 2 and Forza Horizon 2, but then also games like Crackdown 3. They soon followed Jaeger's footsteps and parted ways with Deep Silver after almost 3 years together, forcing Deep Silver to find a third development team called Dambuster Studios, who's been working on the game since 2019. So Dying Light really took Dead Island's place and became the Dead Island 2 that never was, which is why the games are so similar minus the parkour. I don't think there was anybody left out there with a single ounce of hope left for Dead Island 2 at this point, but once I saw the leaks, I was instantly hyped again. The leaks actually came from Amazon. I don't know what's going on at Amazon, but they're famous for leaking games at this point. And if it was just a small leak with some minor information, that'd be one thing, but they posted this Dead Island 2 listing, showing the game cover for the Dead Island 2 Day 1 edition, as well as 3 different screenshots showing off gameplay and a release date of February 2023. Which is less than 6 months away, but we'll get more into the release date stuff in a minute. So looking at the gameplay screenshots, the graphics look like they've improved a lot. These are like screenshots they used to market the game though, so they're gonna look better than the actual gameplay looks. For example, this darker screenshot, the zombies are so awkwardly placed that they obviously weren't there in the gameplay, and this picture is just like a giant Photoshop. Kinda like when Far Cry 6, their screenshots released, some of them were like too beautiful to where you knew the game wasn't gonna look like that, but it helped build some hype around the game because of how realistic it looked. The setting is pretty cool. They're looking like they're in different parts of California. Like this is like a rundown poor area of California. Characters holding a wrench, so probably the same type of throwaway weapon system as Dead Island, where if you remember, the melee weapons had a certain durability, and if you went down to 0, the weapon was completely useless until you repaired it. The next screenshot, you've got this roller skating chick with the famous pier that will probably just always be known as the GTA 5 pier now. There's a truck in the background which you can probably drive, and then I think the rest of the zombies are just normal ass zombies. Yeah, they look like normal zombies. And then the third screenshot showing what looks to be actual gameplay, still probably rendered to look way better, but it looks pretty damn sweet. You got the first person view of a tatted up chick choking out Kim Kardashian's best friend, rocking the aviators, while holding this really freaking cool weapon that probably has some type of electric mod on it. I know it showed some of those electric mod weapons in the gameplay. I don't know, but this is one of the gameplay screenshots that got me hyped, man. Well, that and the cover of the game. The cover looks sick, giving off some of those Zombieland vibes, chilling in some rich dude's house in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. And if you look at the bottom, it's got the current developer's logo on it, so it really can't be too outdated. The only thing I find kind of sus about this leak is the fact that it's listed as $69.99, which is what they usually charge for next-gen releases, but it's listed as PS4. I don't know, it could just be a mistake. I mean, the entire thing is just an Amazon leak, not like it's going to be 100% accurate. But anyways, what do you guys think about the release date, or really any of the leaks for that matter? I'm usually pretty skeptical about this sort of stuff, but it's looking pretty legit. The release date may be outdated. I mean, they've hardly given us any type of information the last decade, so for it to suddenly release would be pretty wild, but they do have the upcoming Gamescom 2022 event coming in just a few days on August 24th, where we might get some actual gameplay or an updated trailer. It's hard to believe these two things happening in the same week is a coincidence. Anyways, an early 2023 release date would be pretty. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think after all these delays the game could still have potential? It's switched around from so many development teams. But that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in 2032 when we have more information. See ya.